What's up, guys? My name's David Peterson. Today we're going to look at the Southwest Florida market, what's going on. We've seen a little uptick, and I want to show you what that looks like, specifically Southwest Florida. So let's dive in and take a look. Okay, first of all, we're going to take a look at prices. So we're going to start with Bonita Springs. We see we've got a median price. So most homes in Bonita Springs are running about $564,000. Of course, the whole entire market, we're looking at 450,000, and then the average is 939, which means there's some really expensive homes in Bonita Springs, bringing that average up, and we're going to see that across the entire market because obviously the homes closer to the coast, closer to the water, we can have some really high-end properties that will bring the average up. But the median, that's what most people are going to see when they're looking to purchase properties. Let's keep rolling here. Cape Coral, we've got very similar. Actually, we've had kind of an uptick here in the average. So from March to April, okay, it's only been, we're in the first day of May here, so we've just got the last couple months here, but you can see this uptick coming on here. So this is good. Our median's 450 for the whole market. That's going to be the same throughout. But our Cape Coral averages come up a little bit. And of course, the average here is 708. So most homes are going to be around 600K. And let's keep rolling on. We've got Estero here. So Estero's, the average is 702. Estero's a really nice area, by the way. It's mostly a newer area. Most of the developments out there are newer and quite nice. So it is kind of good to see this uptick in the market here. We're going to roll on to Fort Myers now. So taking a look at Fort Myers, we've got an average of about 450. So that tracks with the average for most of the area. And Fort Myers is overall, it's a large area. So that area is tracks pretty closely with the average in terms of home prices. But the median home price in Fort Myers is 344. So what most homes look like are a little bit below the average for the area. But that average, so again, homes close to the river, homes close to Fort Myers Beach, those areas are going to be pulling up the average a little bit there. So now we're taking a look at Fort Myers Beach area. Like I said, this area is really nice. We've got 829. That's going to be our median. So most homes in that area are going to be up there. And then of course we still have for our market wide area, this is a little bit higher, actually 708. And the market's the same, market eye median, but the average is pulled up from Fort Myers Beach. So there's of course a lot of multi-million dollar units. We have really high right there on Fort Myers. It's a world famous beach, so it makes sense. Let's keep going on. Last one we're going to take a look at today is Naples. Now, the Naples average has come down, and we've seen a lot of listings down in Naples, thousands of listings on the market. So especially the higher end units have had to adjust their price to catch up with the market. And I've talked about this in depth before, but basically this is rebounding from the COVID era and rebounding. So we're seeing that average be pulled down from where it was 2 years ago, which is 1.6 million. Not 2 years ago, back in January. So the average has really come down this quarter. We've had quite a reduction. Now, the Naples median, if you were just to go find a random house in Naples, that would look about 620. So there you go. That's what's going on in terms of pricing in all these markets. I want to show you also some other statistics here. We've got our median price, again, 450 that we've been looking at, and new listings. So now we have 3,800 new listings. This is for March of 2025. New listings. This is a lot of listings in our metro. We're looking at Bonita Springs, Cape Coral, Fort Myers, and Naples as the area here. But it's not as many as it's not as many as February, January. I guess we don't have the April numbers on here yet, but we're only first day of May, so I'm sure the statistics will update shortly here. But again, we are seeing a little bit of an uptick, and I'm going to show you a couple more here what I want to show you is the month's supply of inventory. So January, February, and then March, we're starting to go down. 8 months, our average is a normal, we'll say, market is about 5 to 6 months of inventory. So if no new people listed their homes, how many of those homes would sell in that time period? So it'd be about 6 months. But of course, people are always listing their homes. So that just gives you an idea. Last month, I think we were up to 9 to 10 in our market months of inventory. So now it's come down to 8 months. So again, this is an uptick. This is just a little bit of pressure off for sellers. And we're going to talk about why that is here. So let's take a look now at our quick hot sheet here, our market list. We've got new listings, 50. So a lot of people are still listing. This is in the last 7 days here, you can see. But sold is actually coming up. So the sales are starting to catch up with the listings. But look at this price decrease. A huge number of homes have had to drop their price. We still have 8 months of inventory. People are trying to compete to get their homes sold. And so we are going to continue to see price decreases. But this number sold, this is coming up a little bit. So there's more and more buyers. They're hearing about this great market. And so more and more investors are starting to be pulled into the market saying this is a great time to buy. And that's what I'm telling you guys. If you are interested in real estate in Southwest Florida, now is a great time to buy because you can see our market is looking very good from the buyer's perspective. But sellers, don't despair. I think the market we've still got a couple months more of inventory. There's going to be more price decreases. We're going to have more people expired and run out of time on their contracts. But so we still have to catch up. But overall, I am enthusiastic about what I'm seeing here. The market is the pendulum is just starting to move the other way. So that is great for anybody looking to do that. As far as property goes, we're going to take a look at some of Cape Coral. That's my neck of the woods. But of course, I can serve everywhere from Cape Coral all the way to Marco Island. So if you are interested anywhere in Southwest Florida, please reach out to me and I can help you find what you are looking for. So we're going to check out Cape Coral and take a look here. We're going to take a look at the most expensive listing first. This is always fun to do, just see what's going on. So in our listing here, we have a property for $6.98 million. Let's take a look at the picture, see if it's worth that much. And yes, it looks very, very nice. Of course, now this is right on the river. This is going to be down in my beloved yacht club area here of Cape Coral. It's got that waterfall countertop there. Very cool to see. Large TV and the very large open space. Love the sunroof. This is just a beautiful property. Of course, for $7 million, what do you expect? Well, I would expect something like this, to be honest with you. Of course, a beautiful property with a boat dock, a pool, a hot tub, a second story here. I'm not quite sure what's in there. Let's see if we can find some photos of that. Looks like a deck just to hang out with the lanai, some lawn chairs. Beautiful master bedroom here. This looks like a second kitchen, perhaps. So, yeah, that's pretty neat. Study. Now, this does have more of a modern architecture, modern design. So if that is you, and I know that's not everybody. That's not everybody out there that's looking for something like that. But wow, look at that view. That is totally, totally worth it. If you're interested in this property, please reach out. You know, I would love to partner with you on this one. Let's take a look at this. Wow, super nice, super nice. Happy about this one. This has got your shower, your changing area there. Yeah, what a beautiful setup. Very cool. Got the blue lights. I'm starting to see these more and more common here in the Cape. We've got these colorful lights at people using these vertical light bars at night to make their properties really stand out. Look at that beautiful drone shot. Love it. Great area. $7 million. I don't know. There's quite a few properties out here right now you can pick up for a great deal. So let's take a look at a few more of them. Let's go back to our line here. And I want to take a look just at something at the lowest price point. Let's just see what we got here. What can you get? Right now, the lowest on the market is 189, at least in the single family home range, and only 14 pictures. What a disappointment. I'd love to see more here, but maybe maybe it's a small home. Maybe there's not as much to see here. Actually, pretty dang nice. Looks like it's renovated. The cabinets they don't look new, but they do look in good shape. Got a fresh coat of paint. Actually, I love the whole paint charm. This would be a nice little pickup in here. Really, I mean, I think it's great. Okay, popcorn ceilings. Yeah, there'd be a couple modifications, but I do love the design eye. Whoever designed this place staged it. It looks really great. Looks like the roof might need to be cleaned here, but there you go. Where's this one at? Let's take a look at the map here and just kind of orient ourselves. Where in the world is this? Okay, this is over in Cape Coral, but on the northeast side of the Cape. And okay, up in that neighborhood, very good. And this is actually one of the nice things about this neighborhood is you're only a few minutes from the freeway. So if you have to drive anywhere from work, that's really nice because this is the most dense traffic right here on this road here on Pine Island, where it connects up to 41, and you gotta hop on there and drive up right here where you get on the freeway. There is usually a line that goes right down here where you have to wait to get on the freeway. So, but if you're anywhere in here in the Cape, it just takes a long time to get on the freeway. I travel all over Southwest Florida, so I am very familiar with how the roads here work. But anyways, yeah, looks like actually a nice little property. So it might be a good pickup there. Let's check something out in the mid-range here. Just check something out here in the 400. We'll try and hit the median range here for everywhere. This is about 450,000. So let's just take a look at some of these. This is going to put you right at the $300 per square foot on this one. Let's take a look at the listing. Okay, so this is obviously computer rendered and model home. Probably a developer build. Let's see what they say about it. $15. You know, if you are interested in new construction, there were so many projects that were started a year or two ago, and they were delayed because of getting supplies and lumber. And now all those new constructions are finally hitting the market, and they're hitting it in just the right time, kind of the perfect storm where everybody's trying to sell right now. So you can actually pick up some decent discount from builders. Sometimes builders will offer their own financing. Now, how that works is, you normally do want to partner with a real estate agent before you go in and talk to a builder. Now, yes, the real estate agent will get a commission. No, it doesn't come out of the cost. It's not going to add an additional percentage cost to your home. Whether or not there's an agent involved or you talk to the agents that's sitting in the new home construction, the builder does not care. They're going to pay somebody to move that property. So if you work with an agent, then you can go from multiple buildings, go to used houses, new houses. You just have a lot more options than walking into a new home community by yourself. So just keep that in mind. But of course, you can go into there by yourself. It's not like they're going to force you to do anything. But if you are working with an agent, it just opens up more options for you. Let's go back here to our list here, and I want to take a look. You know what? Let's take a look at our price per square foot. So now we've got some really. This one just hit the market. Let's take a peek. This probably got some fire damage or something. I don't know, because it's so large, almost 4,000 square feet, mid renovation. Okay. So it's not finished yet, but let's just take a look what they got. You rarely see homes that are priced at this price point unless it needs some major fix up. You can see the roof here definitely needs some fixing. Yep. So I wonder if they started and maybe they got held up by the storm and they had to pull out some work. This one obviously had some work, and they're still renovating it. So if you're more into the project type, this could be a good pickup for you. This would be, you know, once you finish it. It's from 88, so yeah, this has for sure had some damage at some point. I mean, but if you are the investor type, you see an opportunity here. Maybe you're a flipper. You can see, you know, a house that large. Let's just take a look at where it is on the map here. Let's take a peek here. Okay, so it's right in the heart of Cape Coral, just south of Veterans Parkway. By the way, everywhere south of Veterans Parkway, this road here, is a nice area. This is a super nice area of the Cape. You're close to all of the homes that have saltwater access, so that's very, very nice. Although this one, I doubt does. It might be. It doesn't look like it's on the. No, it's on the land here, and I believe. I'm not sure that this one actually connects up. This might be a freshwater. Let's follow it, find out where it goes. Does this connect up? No, it doesn't. So it could, that one potentially, I'd have to look at it, but it only looks like it's a freshwater canal, not a saltwater canal. So anyways, yeah, you could pick that up if you are the investor type. Could be quite a bit when it's finished. Now, let's take a look back. We'll check out one more here before we wrap up. And let's just take a look at a few more here. I always like checking out what the deals are. And a great way to pick up a deal is price per square foot. So right in here, we can take a look at some. $250K for 3-bed and a plus 2-den, 4-bed and 4 plus a den, 5 plus a den. This one's going to be huge. Let's take a look at this one. Oh, now that one's a good, this one would be a good pickup too. Now it's very large. Now most of you probably aren't looking for a home this large. That is a lot of house to handle. But if you're like me and you need a lot of room, this would be a perfect pickup for you. Does have carpet. I'm not crazy about carpet in Florida, but some people really like it. It wouldn't be a right-away project anyway. But a double vanity here, that is, or two vanities, I should say. Yeah, and it's right there on the canal. That's a great deal right there. It's a great deal. Let's see, whereabouts is it? Oh, that's way, way up north. Okay, that's far up northeast. Yes. Okay, right off Kitimat. Not too far north, but definitely up there in the northeast corner there. Yeah. Still pretty nice spot though. All right, guys, that is it for today. I hope you enjoyed this video. Follow for more information. Thanks, and we will catch you next time.